the guy that you met in AA?
That was the one with the dick pic. Before I even knew it, he had my shoes off and was like, "Oh, I knew you'd have pretty feet." And I'm like, "What am I doing?"
Oh, he was just grabbing at everything on you.
Everything.
Do you see that guy back at AA? Are you like, hey, bye? Like,
He's dead.
I'm sorry,
He's
what?
dead. Yeah.
What?
Girl, what?
Hit the line, what's the tea? They talk about everything. Rolls on, I'm calling my mom. Paul is here, Barb too, and they talk about everything. Rolls on, I'm calling my mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, my son.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast. Hello, we're here. Snap.
We're here.
I'm Paul, and this is my fabulous superstar, the woman that's the face of the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast. We even have a tab on our Instagram. I don't even know if you clocked that yet. For people, it's for highlights. That literally is there's just a tab on our Instagram that's dedicated to you, and it's called Barb.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Because I'm giving the people what they want, and I know it's Barb content.
Thanks for the love, people.
You can go on and you can click anything that we've ever posted on our stories, any fun tidbits of you. So
That's hilarious.
I just love that, like, I have to reveal this to you. Mind you, it's like out to the public, and you're like, oh, it's out there. Like, I'm like, you have that's how much you trust me, is that you're signing up for this. You don't even know what's out there. That's how much I'm like,
I'm just told, look pretty.
And most days she does. No, I'm kidding. She always looks gorgeous. Always. We've really like hit the ground running, and it's like we're in the thick of it. Like, here we are. The people are really interested and locked in. They're hopeful for you to find the love of your life on this season story arc that we're on.
Well, let's take small steps. The love of my life. I already have the love of my lives.
That's me.
You and your brother. Love of my life.
Well,
no, it's love of my life, not lives. Loves of my life.
Loves of my life.
Yeah, I was saying love of my lives.
Girl, she's from New Jersey. Give her a break. She's from New Jersey.
We just make things up.
It's the water. It's the love of my lives. Loves of my lives, and it's the wash. But I wanted to do a check-in with you. Like, how have you been feeling in this whole process? What are you feeling so far?
I feel like I'm learning. I mean, it's overwhelming. It probably shouldn't be. It should be fun and stuff. But for me, it's overwhelming. But I am learning. So, I mean, good pointers. There's been good pointers and stuff. So as we go, I will even learn more and learn whether I want to continue.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
The ending might not be as everybody expects.
The ending might not be the ultimate fairy tale. Is that what you're trying to say here?
Yeah, there might be some little curves and twists and turns along the way.
Oh yeah, and for people who are we are definitely going to keep the shtick of the onesies going. Listen, we're getting them dry cleaned. We're washing them. We're taking care of them. If you guys are wondering about the hygiene for the onesies, because we were sweating in a couple episodes because they do get hot as shit. Barb had to kick the air on before she started this.
I just put the air down to like 65.
Yeah, I was like, the lighting in here. I'm like, me, everybody, my pits are always sweating. I'm like, how it gets down over here.
These are not Jersey summer.
No, they're not. But what do you wear? I'm like, should I free ball with them? Like, what are you wearing under yours? I'm wearing underwear at this point.
Nothing.
You have nothing on? You don't even have a bra on?
No.
Girl, you got the titties out?
Do they look like I have a bra on?
No, now you're gonna be like this the whole time.
I know. No, I have a bra on.
Do you?
I have a bra on. That's it.
Oh no, she's backpedaling now. No, she doesn't.
Well, because now I'm like, everybody's gonna be looking like, that's gonna be the game.
Do you have a bra on?
I do have a bra on.
No, you're lying.
I do, but it's like a real, like it's a flimsy bra. It's not like a.
What does that mean?
Heavy duty. It's just like
hiking them up.
No, it's just a casual. I don't know. I feel like women have like,
Loose
The
bras?
lifter uns up when you're going out and you really wanna, and then you just have like regular everyday ones. Am I wrong? Let me know, people. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I
I
have,
have ones that I have certain one that I wear to work. I have like, yeah, I have certain underwear I wear to work versus if I'm out.
her less sexy lace ones she's not wearing in her scrubs.
Yeah,
What are
like
you wearing, old granny panties in your
yeah,
scrubs? Why?
I don't know.
What?
So I'm just like, ooh, yeah.
Why wouldn't you wear it? I don't get why
I don't know.
because you're in scrubs, you gotta be not hot, you gotta wear
No,
granny
because
panties?
I'm sitting there like taking care of like some gross things sometimes.
So
I
you
want to
feel
be all feeling like I just want to be like, all right, this is work
so
clothes.
so
This
you
is
gotta put on something to feel not hot because you don't wanna bring that energy in, so you're gonna wear old maiden draws because you don't wanna receive any bad energy?
uh, I wear like a white padded regular bra.
Yeah, I'm like, "Girl, what the hell are you going what is happening?" It's given Fruit of the Loom, Hanes. Do they even make bras and panties?
um, yeah.
I think the first episode I wore no undies, but then I felt like it was too much, like, balls and junk flapping around that I was just like, "Okay, this feels like if there's, like, a close-up shot, it might be a little too much," and then it just felt weird to be, like, cross-legged with you in an intimate setting with, like, no like, my stuff just flapping around like that, so
It's a onesie. We can't see anything.
I know, but it's just like I'm here and I'm like all laid back and it's like my legs are all sprawled open. I'm like, "Hey, mom, welcome to the hold
Girl,
on."
how big? Like, okay. You think we can?
I'm not okay, you were going the what? I'm not trying to brag. What the hell? I was
Yeah.
saying
Oh, when I'm laid back.
because I was saying it like it feels weird to be like it
I think
feels
you were kind of
okay,
bragging.
you and your unity, you no. Why first of all, what kind of weird flex is that I'm sitting there saying, "Yeah, mom, I'm packing while I'm talking."
That's why I'm like, what?
No, I
What?
meant as I'm sitting here with my shit out and I'm like,
You have a onesie on, no shits out. You're zipped from top to bottom.
I know, but when you're still in it's
You
like it's
just have your legs out and just sit up over your shoulders.
girl, you don't have balls and a dick, but my thing is if I was sitting here with you in some and boxers and some workout shorts, which I would wear around my house, shit's hanging out because there's like how you're saying you wear those loose ass bras or whatever you're calling the granny bras with the loose whatever it is. It's the same way. I'm like they're more laid back where if I'm going out and I'm wearing pants, I'm gonna wear tightly cut boxer briefs where they keep everything in and it's fit and tight nicely. That's how I feel like this is now. I was like, I'm making a conscious effort now to not have my shit out, to be like laid back, like, "Hey, mom," respectfully. It wasn't about me. But what? You took that and ran. That was not the intention behind that. The intention was that I was being respectful,
Okay.
girl. I am really happy about today's guest.
Absolutely. So excited.
Literally, she is like she's an aunt to me. I love her so much. We're bringing on today your bestie, Judi. Jude, she is a queen. There's always been something about her, even when I was younger, that she just has like this energy that
She
it's like,
always made you laugh.
oh my
Always
gosh,
makes you
she
laugh.
is hilarious. Like I just find
Yeah.
her to be such like a Philly girl. She's like gonna tell you like it is. She is like not about the bullshit. Like Judy is freshly just signed the papers to her divorce.
Yeah.
She's in a brand new era, brand new bitch.
Yeah.
You were going through a transitional period of like, getting yourself out there and reclaiming who you are and, understanding yourself a little bit more, finding confidence. And you are putting yourself out here. You're pimping yourself out to me in the world to go put yourself out there for us to consume about you getting back in the dating pool. So I feel like the two of you really spend a lot of quality time with each other at this point
Yeah.
in your lives.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited to chat with her and talk through everything because I feel like I got all the questions for her. I want to know how my mom was spitting game, if she was even spitting game. Was she that? I know she's that bitch, but was she that bitch back in what, 5th grade? Were people lining up to date my mom? Like I need to know the ins and outs. Was she always timid? Why did she pick my dad? There's a lot of questions that I got to ask Judi. So
Oh, I
and
can't wait for her answers.
but before we even get into that, I'm like, now we got to start it off as the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast tradition is we got to get into our segments that we got going. I'm ready to jump into my hold the fuck up of the week. I don't know about you, but I'm like, I got some shit to say. I need to get this off my chest.
Let me tell you something.
My hold the fuck up of the week is when someone says, why are you so mad? Why are you so upset? Why are you angry? Let me tell you one thing. Don't put motherfucking words in my mouth. Who said I was angry? Who said I was upset? Who said that I was mad? I can't stand someone telling you how you feel. I don't know if you're listening right now and you resonate with this, please validate me. Nobody in this world will tell me how I feel other than Paul Royston himself. I will tell you how I feel. I have no problem in my mind to speak on when I feel something. So when people say, oh my gosh, you seem different. Like someone told me the other day, they're like, Paul, you don't seem as upbeat as your usual self. I'm like, damn, bitch, maybe I'm having a little off day today. But now you saying that is making me think in my head, I'm not giving them enough. I'm not giving them the true Paul that they expect. So now I'm in my head thinking, okay, what are you doing? That's not yourself. Or I don't like it. Stop projecting what you want someone else to feel of what you expect of them. Don't do it.
But is that someone's way of being perceptive, not saying that's how you feel? That's their perception. And maybe the way they're saying it is the concern of saying, oh, you don't seem like yourself today. That's someone's perception. And that is someone, like, in a sense, saying, is everything okay?
I'm speaking my piece. This is my moment where I'm talking my shit and I'm saying it from my gut.
I know, but you take it as a negative, and I'm holding
you're holding
up.
me. Okay, you're holding me accountable.
No, I'm saying you're saying
you're challenging me. Okay, I appreciate
I'm challenging you. Yes.
And I'm telling you.
You're saying it's a hold up moment, and I'm saying
no. I'm saying it's a hold the fuck on moment because.
Yeah, and I'm saying, is it? Like, let's dissect this a little bit.
What do you got the prop out for? Fanning yourself? Are you fanning yourself?
Because I was gonna like do this if you started saying something, and I wanted to.
You have the buzzer. You have the buzzer.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put the batteries in it. I disagree.
Okay.
I think that is, if someone might not be close enough to you to say, hey, that would be like someone saying, hey, are you okay today? You seem a little down. A very nice way to put it, but you're saying that still would make you feel like you weren't performing.
No, because the way that you just said that is not the way sometimes that other people are saying it. I just don't like period when someone's saying, oh, why are you this or why are you that? How do you know? Are you inside the person? Do you know what they're feeling?
No, but because of the way it's coming across, or maybe they can read it on your face, or because you have a look about you or your tone. If anything, they're being perceptive of someone knowing. So that should tell you that they know you and they know something's off.
I think there's a different approach to it. I think using those terms, I don't know, because I think there's a different way of expressing that to somebody where then you don't start. There's a lot of girlies that are like me that get in their head, that are anxious. So if you hear that you're not giving somebody the way that they think, or you're projecting something, you're like, am I doing this? Or are you as a human just using poor choices of words to try to describe me? Because if somebody keeps thinking, oh my gosh, this person thinks I'm mad all the time or upset, maybe that's not the case. Maybe that's somebody's go-to. Maybe they're just like, they don't understand how deep those words mean if you say that. Because to me, I'm like, I can show you mean, but I'm giving you not mean right now. So am I really being mean? That's the fair question. What?
You're taking it as being mean or something. I'm taking it as they're concerned.
But why would, okay, but if you're concerned
and you seem a certain way other than your usual self.
But if you're upset, then why would somebody ask you, why are you mad? Who the fuck wants to hear that when they're upset?
Maybe not that.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Who's gonna ask?
But it depends what situation.
What are you angry about? Who the fuck wants to hear that?
Say you are angry about something and you're projecting like a tone in your voice or like something to somebody. Someone's going to turn around and be like, are you angry at something?
I don't think that feels confrontational to me. I don't like it. I don't think that's the way
I
that
feel
you
like
go
that's
about it.
getting to the point. And if you're projecting something that someone is feeling or is perceptive, then they're going to sit and say, are you angry at something? I think that's asking someone out of concern. Like,
No.
hey, are you angry at something?
What's your moment?
My moment is when my children as siblings don't get along. It stresses me out. I know it's not about me, but it just upsets me.
Okay, great. I'm so glad that you picked this one because I'm gonna have a field day with it and challenge you on it now. I am
Okay.
very excited. What you just said on here on the podcast is not what you were given yesterday. You said you made it about you and said,
Yes, I
well,
feel like as a
it's a
mom,
reflection of me as a bad parent. And I'm like, okay, now we're just getting real crazy with like one simple moment should not define a full body of work. And I'm saying that from my own experience of how I feel because I can get in my head about it. It's inevitable. That's like saying that you as my mom would be upset with me every time I get in an argument with my boyfriend or a friend or anybody in my lifetime. That means that you would be upset with me and carry that with you and think you're a bad parent. That's crazy.
I know, but I pride myself as trying to cut through generational sibling rivalries, siblings not
I'm sorry, say that
talking,
one more time.
sib- siblings rivalry,
I'm sorry, what?
siblings rival. What is it?
Sibling rivalry?
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, that's not what you're saying. Sibling rivalry.
Sibling rivalry, or kids not talking. So to me, I've always prided myself on being a good mom, and a good mom is that my children get along. I know I probably have major expectations that they should never fight or have different opinions or anything like that.
I love that we're talking in third person. I feel like we're like beating around the bush. Me and my brother got into an argument that we will fight. We get into little things. I love him to death. He knows how much I love him. I know he loves me. My mom takes this as like a personal reflection of like her being a bad parent, that her kids
Yes.
fight, which is we are brothers and we're going to fight. We're siblings. I think every sibling fight, have a disagreement. Maybe they don't handle it the way that we do because I'm the type of person that wants to talk about it in that moment and move on from it. My brother's not. I'm also not a person that beats around the bush. I rather to the people that I love. I'm not like this with everybody. Like that's how you know I really care about you. If I'm putting my all
I agree.
into doing that. If I'm not doing that to you, then I don't love you. So I want it to be clear. It's only about the people that I love. But we got into a little disagreement. We're going to keep it moving. He's 28 years old. I'm 32. We're both gay men. We're brothers. Come on. Like we're going to get into some disagreement.
I know.
That is so normal. And it is healthy in a way.
I agree with that, because then like things get talked about, feelings get talked about, moving forward, goals get talked about. Yes.
Yes, we grow. And that is
Yes.
what life is. If we just stayed
Yes.
the same and didn't do anything,
Yeah.
that would be the issue. And if we were complacent, which I have an issue with being. But
Yes.
my hold the fuck up for this week was someone saying, why are you angry and mad? Because when I got on a phone call with Jordan, you and my brother said that I was mad and I was not. And that to me is what triggered this thing of people speaking for other people. And then your hold the fuck up this week was that we got into the argument. So I've apologized. I'm still waiting for my brother's apology. We'll get there at some point, but I love him. He knows how much I love him.
I do know how much you guys love each other. And I know how much it hurts both of yous when you do argue and things become like that. So I guess that also upsets me, because I know how it's hurting both of yous, because I hear your side, I hear his side, I understand both sides. I've learned to try to stay out of it as much as possible.
Growth is a beautiful thing that sometimes is more delayed for others, but we love accountability. So thank you for recognizing that.
Yes. You're welcome. Thanks for pointing that out.
We are one little fucked up triple unit family, but I wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest. I really
And
wouldn't.
unfortunately, we threw Jordy in the mix.
We did. And he's been
especially since he is an only child, so it's
a lot for him to understand, and he catches on quick, and he has saw what that dynamic and what it's like, and it's nice to have an outsider in the mix. It truly is.
And he's blessed, and he says it that he's glad he's an only child.
Yeah.
It makes him come even more to that reality that if he ever questioned, I wish I had a sibling, he comes to no.
And in the words of Barb, he would never want a sibling rivalry. I don't even know how you say it. Say it again. Sibling
rivalry.
Yeah, I don't know what that. I don't even think I could articulate.
There's some words that I don't articulate the best.
It's all right. We love you. You're here. Well, I think it's a perfect time to bring on our special guest today. We already hyped her up enough. I hope and I know everybody will fall in love with her as soon as they hear her.
100%.
And I feel like she'll be a new fan fave on the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast. We're going to have to start cutting out a segment for her.
Yeah.
Well, let's welcome our dear friend and family to the podcast, Judi. Today's episode, we have an extra special guest, someone who is like an aunt to me. She's my mom's bestie and has been for over, I'm going to say the last 30 years, even though Barb's going to kill me because that's outing her age. Please welcome to the podcast, Queen Judi.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yes, Queen.
Looking gorgeous today, both of you.
Oh my gosh.
Same.
I'm so honored and blessed to have the presence of a legend today on the podcast. This might be the most excited I am about a guest ever, to be honest.
I know.
Go on,
I feel like this is like a regular thing. You
It
know?
is.
Oh,
It is.
Trash Fest. we haven't trashed in a while either, Barb. So we probably have a lot to catch up on.
A little fun fact that I had to say before we even start this is that this goes to show a testament to our relationship with you, Judi, is that I went to your daughter's high school prom with her. Shout out to Maura. We love her. Queen, yes. And I was like, we have to acknowledge that she was prom queen the year that I went with her.
Yes, she was.
Class of 2010.
I went to a prom with the prom queen of another school. Like, that is the biggest flex. That was her moment, and she looked gorgeous. So I was like, that is how deep we go back in our family ties. I mean, honestly, I just genuinely love the relationship that you and my mom have. For everyone who's listening to this, I was like, I really needed to set context of like how ride or die you guys are. Nobody that I know in this world, I feel like, has long-standing relationships like you guys.
There's 7 of us, though.
Yeah, you guys are like the modern age, like golden girls. It's truly like, it's like, not that you guys are that old yet, but I'm saying in the sense of like how fabulous you guys are and like how ride or die. My mom
We're going on 50 years of friendship now, really. I mean, we met when we were all in 1st or 2nd grade. Only one girlfriend came into our lives in like 7th or 8th grade. But the 6 of us all started our elementary school together, you know, and we've kind of been in and out of each other's lives for a long time. But the constant is the friendship's always been there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're very lucky. We are lucky to have the friends we have.
You guys are like family to us. Like, we would do these Christmas cookie swaps that you guys do, but the kids would all come together every year. And then, you know, as we got older, the kids kind of backed away from it. But you guys all keep it going. I think even now, more so the older that you guys have gotten, you guys have like tapped back into like leaning on each other and hanging out separately, which I love to see, because I'm like, that's just so amazing to me to have that type of relationship with each other.
It's nice to have people that have been in your life your whole life. Like your mom, when, you know, I mean, as you guys know, when my marriage broke up, it was very sudden and very, you know, blindsiding. Your mom literally showed up within like 10 minutes of me texting the girlfriend. She was at my front door, picking me up off the floor to be there to support me. And, you know, I mean, that to me is just the most amazing thing, to be able to give yourself a friendship like that, you know. So thanks, Barb. Thank you for being there. I'll never forget that you came into my house and picked me up off the floor and said, do you want to go to an AA meeting? And I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm not going to drink. Thanks for thinking of me.
Because
she doesn't go to AA meetings, just
because you're so here. I just, you know what I mean? I wanted to keep you there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's taken a lot. And you know, friendship. It's funny. I have a therapist, and just this week she asked me about, do you have friends? Do you have friendships? And I was like, oh, I have lots of friends. So my main friendships are with the 7 Heights girls that we've been in each other's lives for 5 decades now. 5 decades.
That's
I know.
insane. I love you guys. You guys are always that's why I was like, okay, for everybody listening, Judi is a bad bitch. And I mean that from my gut. She has always been fucking hilarious to me. She says it like it is. She's a truth sayer. She doesn't care if it pisses anybody off. And she is not like mean about it. She has like this such a charming energy that like even if she said fuck you, you'd still be like, I like her because you just like are so likable. Like there's something always been about you that I just admire and I love. And I think it's because you have qualities that like I don't have, that I'm like, she doesn't care who she pisses off. She's gonna say however she feels.
Well, yeah, I don't have much of a filter. I mean, I try not to be hurtful, but apparently I am more than I think I am.
You've never been
Spicy.
hurtful to me.
Well, there you go. See?
The way that you have this confidence, I feel like you've always had it, but I've noticed even more like just since you gotten divorced and are back out in the dating field and like really coming into, you know, your own again. I feel like you have this like even new, profound, like amazing sense of confidence. And as you know, the season of Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast season 2 is getting our good old lovely Barb out into the journey of finding her groove of dating and just getting out of her comfort zone. And I was like, anybody who knows her maybe as close as I do is Judi. And Judi knows how my mom operates. She knows how my mom has been in the past. You know, we need some coasting on, you know, to Barb and help her get out there. And I was like, Judi's that girl. Judi's out here. She's outside right now. She's dating. She's in her groove right now. So she's going to be able to lend some advice to Barb. Like,
Well,
you know,
Judi gets me out. Judi knows we're going here.
Another thing, you know, at this age, we like to be home. We like our stuff. We like our house. We like being home. And so that's the hard part when it comes, like, I almost feel like my life is complete. I'm good. And, you know, I was on Facebook dating for like 2 minutes. Okay.
wait, is that a dating app?
Yeah, it's on Facebook. You just like you want to sell your old mirror, you can sell your old mommy. She can go looking for a new daddy on Facebook for you.
Wait,
Really?
are you
Wait,
kidding
I
me?
didn't know this.
Okay, so I was on it for literally 3 days because the first person to contact me, you know, you don't have your last name or anything on it, but it will, I guess, tell you who your mutuals are. So this guy who was actually in the hospital when he reached out to me,
Wait, he was
because
in the
he's
hospital?
old.
Stop it.
But-
Oh my God.
So he reached out to me and I was like, I don't know. I'm not ready to answer anybody. He then went through our mutual friends and direct messaged me telling me how he would like to take me out. And I was like, no. And the second, this is why I got off Facebook dating. I don't think I told you this, Barb, but
Oh, we're getting first
I
breaking
did
news right
send you
here.
a picture of this guy when he was on that Are We Dating the Same Guy site. He went to grade school with us. Do you remember? And then his name changed. But anyway, so
Do you remember this, Mom?
No.
actually an attorney, and he did business with my ex-husband literally for 30 years. He contacts me on Facebook dating. I was like, wait, why? What? Like, we'd gone to events together. I just couldn't believe that, like,
Oh, how
this
awkward.
man is going to reach out. I mean, I've only been divorced now for 4 months, separated for 1.5 years.
And he's friends with your ex?
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to just not go on Facebook dating anymore. We're good. I'll use it to sell stuff, but not buy stuff.
I didn't know anything about this.
Yeah, it was like, you know, it was like a moment of like, well, maybe I have to put myself out there a little bit. And I was like, oh no. It was like jumping into an ice bath where you go, oh shit, this is not for me. I don't know who said this was a good idea, but they were wrong.
Well, now I'm literally thinking, geez, Barb, if we were going through a list of all these dating apps, girl, we're going to put you the fuck on Facebook
No.
dating.
Absolutely
wait.
not.
We went to one event and Barb got
Still unread.
propositioned.
Still unread.
Oh my gosh, wait. So
It's still unread.
everyone listening, we talked about Barb getting her first like actual DM. Judi was the
with
one that was
me.
with her when it happened.
And I know who she got the DM from.
Do
And
you
we
think
also went to grade school with him. And he should probably stay on read for a very long time.
I was gonna say, Judi, do you think she should? Is that Mr. Right for Barb?
You know, I no, no.
Nice guy. Nice guy.
I wanted to know from like your mouth, from your lips. We know this for sure because like I did not grow up with my mom. Has my mom always been this timid, like, shy, like she's not going to put herself out there type of girl? Like, we need to know more about how Barb was as she grew up. Like, was she that bitch? Were the boys coming at her? Like, what was the vibe, Judi?
Yeah, she put those cuffs on pretty early. So, I mean, the boys would have been biting, but she was, 10th
Well,
grade or, I mean, in high
Nice.
school. So
Nice.
once she got cuffed up, man, that was it.
Judi,
She
you
was
should
in
have
love.
broke
But
those.
I never saw your mom as shy or timid. I mean, everybody's always, always, always loved your mom because she's always been so, I don't know, she just has a peaceful spirit to her. You know that. I mean, she just is she's always been just a nurturer. She doesn't need a lot of attention or a lot of, around her, so it's not timid.
I have an issue with you though now. I gotta address the beef. Is that because how much I love you and you know how my dad is, you should have taken fucking pliers and cut those goddamn cuffs off.
Nope. If she didn't see it, no. Yeah, I mean, and you know that too. You support your friends through whatever relationship they're in. If they're in love, you're in love. Great. If they're not in love, we ride it on.
That is a real ride or die. Okay, I'm giving Judi a pass. That is a ride or die. She let Barb.
And you know what? I mean, we loved your dad. He really is a tragic guy, and I mean, we all wished for your mom because we knew she loved him for a very long time, that things would turn around for her.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. So like when you met my mom, in your mind now, where you are in life and where she's at in life, can you remember her dating anybody else other than my dad? I mean, she really didn't. Even like, as
the one who DM'd me.
I remember guys always loving your mom because she was gorgeous back then. I mean, everybody on your mom's family, your two aunts, your uncle, the Rushes are a good looking family. And that's where you get your looks from too. So I mean, people always love Barb. They always hoped to get her away from your dad. They always did. She could have had any guy she wanted and probably still could today.
That's the thing, Judi. Do you think my mom gets in the way of herself? Like, I think I realize as I get older, I'm like, oh, I'm my own worst enemy. I think my mom is just as much.
Paul, I think we kind of complete ourselves. We spent a couple decades looking to complete something, a family, a relationship, and then when that kind of falls apart and you see you did a good job with your kids, but they're off on their own, I think, we complete ourselves now. So if someone were to come in, he could have, for me anyway, I mean, not even one ick. I'm not even tolerating one ick at all. No, none. Because we put up with a lot already. We thought our love could save a man or cure, make a perfect family. We were enough. And for a long time we were, but I don't ever want to lose myself boosting some mother's dusty son.
Yeah.
I mean, I just can never, I don't know. And I think at this stage to find someone that's going to be a full partnership, 50-50, I don't know.
I'm going to turn into you guys because I'm laughing because I'm over here literally saying to my mom, like I've said this before, I love Jordan, my boyfriend, so much. Anybody who knows me knows he's my best friend in the entire world. I absolutely love him so much. But I have said to him, me and him have even said this. I'm like, yo, if we ever break up, I'm like, I'm done for a minute. Like, I'm not like the amount, like, there's nobody now because I've been in such a good relationship with him that I'm like, damn, if we can't even make this, like my bar is going to be nearly impossible to me to find somebody who I want at this point.
Yeah.
And I think the older people get, the more, idiosyncrasies come out, me too. But like when you're looking for a man, I mean, it's just, you're taking on a lot more than we did when we were in our, teenage years or our 20s. You didn't realize that all that would be a struggle. You thought, oh, we're in love, we're cute, let's go.
Right. We didn't have standards.
Oh, well, one could say I still don't Barb.
Oh my gosh, I love you.
No,
so
but we
much.
also didn't have, we didn't have a way to judge it. I mean, we
right.
were surrounded by dysfunctional relationships.
Everyone.
That's the thing. I said, when I like think of like my mom, I always think of her being with my dad. And I said, I think where she was like led astray and not set up for success is that my mom for me has been there during my dating experiences, right? She has never walked in my shoes of a person dating and putting themselves out there and being a freako for a little period of time and, sowing your raw oats, but she was there and showed up to support me as my mom because she's a present mom, where my mom didn't have that on her side at all from anybody. So to me, I feel badly because I'm like, damn, like she could have caught on to things maybe a little bit sooner in her journey of realizing this person wasn't right for her if she just had the same guidance that I had, or just somebody to listen to be able to like say, maybe you should think about it this way, or maybe you should do this, and I just always feel bad because I'm like, she came from a family where her codependency was so strong on my dad because it was just pretty much like, okay, it's the two of you. Everybody else is doing everything in their family. You guys just got to make the best of it. And that's where that people don't realize how damaging that is to do that. Like
trauma bond it.
See, Barb's been learning a lot on this podcast. She loves that word now.
Oh yeah, me. I found out more about narcissists in the past 2 years than I ever thought I had to learn about.
I know, for people listening, okay, you're recently divorced-ish.
Yes. January, the divorce went through. April 9th was 2 years since he like walked out.
And that to me, knowing you, that was really like a big, I don't want to say setback in your life, but that was a big challenge.
Absolutely.
But only because I'm going to say not a setback, because now you have jumped like 8 million strides so much further that setback feels like so small because you're so far in your life now that feels so minuscule, because I'm like, look at you now, you're thriving.
Well, yeah, I mean, it threw me into just a tailspin because I thought I was married for the rest of my life. I had my home, I had my stepkids, I had my grandkids. And then all of a sudden, like everything, my future, my present, my security, my home, my love, everything was gone in an instant. So it really did force me to reassess what's important and what isn't, and why I wouldn't put myself. One of the things you're saying, your mom learning all these words, I realized like I put everybody else before me. I'm what you call a people pleaser, and that again comes from having a dysfunctional childhood. Yeah, that we're very similar. When you were talking about the childhood, your generation is lucky because we did break those molds. We became the mothers we needed.
Agreed.
Because we didn't have that. But we somehow, not because we figured it out on our own, and we changed that, so that you have a mother that you can tell anything to. I got chills just thinking about it, because it really does mean a lot that we were able to change those things and not carry the dysfunction into you. Because I do see people that held on to the dysfunction.
Oh yeah. 100%.
And still, I'm now removed from a family that didn't break any of those chains. The narcissism, the abuse, all that is still existing. But I'm lucky that, somehow we figured out. And not because we thought we had to figure it out, I didn't realize my child was shitty until like 10 years ago.
Judi, you've seen heartbreak, you've gone through it, you've lived the life, you've come out of the ashes like a true phoenix that you are. And you're saying, hey, this is my life. I'm rewriting my narrative. I'm doing this. We need Barb to keep that same energy. Okay. So you're like her mood board. Like, this is like, you put yourself out there. You've overcome like setbacks. You are not afraid to put yourself out there as her bestie. What is some advice that you're like, okay, I know that she maybe needs to like
stay single.
Yeah, from where I'm sitting, your mom's doing like excellent. She has 2 gorgeous sons. She flies around, jets around the country about 12 times a year, despite hating flying. I mean, she's always got some great outfit on, going to some concert somewhere. I mean, I think you're looking at the glasses being half full or half empty, Paulie. And I think in your mom's life, the glass is full, man. It's full. Where maybe being in a relationship would complement that, but maybe the relationship is with ourselves at this point. I mean, I've read a lot about like how we should love ourselves and like love yourself more, love yourself first. And, that's not something we ever did, So, and I'm not saying that I'm there yet, but like I have started to romanticize the stuff I do in my life. Like, there's stuff that you miss having a partner. I miss having somebody to go out to dinner with. I miss having someone to say, hey, you want to stop, whatever, at a yard sale or a thrift store, or, whatever. So I do miss that. But then I realized like I can still do all that. Why do I need a partner? So the other day I wanted to go to the beach and I drove and I parked myself on the beach and it was great. Again, not all men, but this man, nobody was on the beach. Nobody for 5,000 feet. Doesn't some guy literally
Come up right next to you.
Literally 4 feet away from me? I was
Oh my gosh, I hate when people do that.
What are you doing, mister? And then I had headphones on. He's talking to me. Wait, here's the picture I took. I don't know if you can see.
Judy's
here's me. Here's this guy. Not one other person on the entire beach. And it's not a little beach. It's 100 miles of beach.
It is a big ass beach. But see, that's
my God.
Judy has an energy that is palpable.
Dude, but that always happens to you.
That's
Remember
what I'm saying.
when you were down on the beach and the one guy was trying to hit on you?
A prison guard? The guy who was a prison guard, and then he started talking politics, and I'm like, I have a very strong political opinion. And I went, how about we don't discuss politics?
She literally got her stuff and moved.
I had to move, and I was on 2 inches of sand that time because it was after the beach got washed out. I had to move away from this like guy, and he's like, "Oh, what? Now you don't want to talk to me just because of politics?" And I was like,
"You were like,
yeah, you wouldn't shut the fuck up about politics. That's why I don't want to talk to you anymore." Oh my God. Yeah, that was an eventful
Judy's
summer.
like, I can't even go to the beach without someone I just wanted to be by myself and go down there.
Being in this, where now I have to engage with men, I love the ones I love, like you, Paulie, but
yeah, you love the gay ones because we're ride or die.
I love the gays. I love the gays. So yeah, I think when we were younger, we didn't care. I would have, if you were good looking and had some money, forget about it. As long as you were over 6 foot tall, I'm done. Goodbye. You could have been literally
whatever. Yeah.
But
anything. You could
again, we go back to the standards.
You could have had another wife. You could have had a whole other family. I wouldn't have cared at all.
No standards.
Now I kind of care about that stuff.
But see, that's the thing with my mom is that, I even said to her, I was like, my intention is that, we talk on such a deep level, me and my mom, about like everything. So I think any kid would want, whether you're really gonna go forward with it or not, I think like you want your parent in some capacity to have love. Like you want them to have somebody who's gonna see them in the way that you see them. You want them to go out and get cultured and have adventure. And when you call your mom and she's sitting on the couch watching another Mission Impossible movie for the 100th millionth time, I know that's great for her and she loves that.
It rained last weekend, okay? That was just
But, I think like you have seen your parent go through a not good relationship. And for the amount of love that I have for my mom, I'm not saying that I need her to be in a full blown marriage or something, but I think it's good for her to be able to like have somebody who can see my mom the way that I do and get her to live a little bit and just be able to, I don't know, give her some of that love, that good love that we want our parents to have.
I think it's because I was only with one person. So I think in your mind,
yeah, I'm like, also
Judy laughs at that.
That's why I'm like, Judy, Big Blue, her vibrator, and my dad, she needs more out of life. We need to give her something like.
But Big Blue doesn't talk back. Big Blue doesn't leave the toilet seat up. Big Blue doesn't crop dust you when he's walking across the room. Big Blue definitely doesn't gaslight you in telling you he's a big 10 inches when he's really 4. I mean, when you compare it, pros and cons.
Oh my gosh. Wait, Judy, do you get dick pics like when you're out, like from people?
Oh my God. One guy I met that I was like, I don't know, but yeah, let me put myself out there again. He would, I didn't mean to send that to you. I was like, well, who did you mean to send it to then? I'm like, what?
We don't find that
50-some-year-old
attractive.
man. Like,
That's not attractive.
I'm sorry,
No.
but would he say that after you would not respond to it? Was that the
I wouldn't.
follow-up?
No, I didn't answer. I'm not responding to that shit. I'm blocking your ass. I mean, it's one thing if you're having a relationship, but if that is your pickup line,
So like,
it's just a fucking grinder. Come on.
no, girl, it's not Grinder. That's how they act over there. You were keeping it.
I
cute on-
know.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with Grinder. I know. We were away for the weekend with somebody hooked up with a guy in the in the stairwell of an Atlantic City casino. Which more power to you, but women don't do that. Men go and hook up in stairwells.
not when you said Atlantic City, that's where I lost you. Not in an Atlantic City stairwell.
In an Atlantic City stairwell in the middle of
The gays will beat the brakes off of it no matter where. They don't care if it's in a grocery store aisle, a stairwell. They don't care.
It's not just the gays, it's men in general.
True.
There are a lot of men out there that are like, well, I'm not gay if I just let them suck it. I mean, they don't care. They ain't going for big blue. They want warmth. Listen, I just got out of a very long-term relationship with a person who shared all his down low shit with me that he supposedly did before me. Now I'm kind of questioning that because I was kind of a sucker if I believed he would do it to them, but not to me. So
what do you mean?
he had a lot of down low secrets. Well, he did relay a story once or twice that he like stopped in those like, I don't know, XXX live movie places, and they have holes cut in the wall.
Yeah, the glory holes.
Glory hole, so you can stick your dick in, and whoever on the other side of it sucks your dick. And I know he did that.
Right, and how do you know who it is?
You don't know if they have cooties or two teeth, or they haven't shaved or showered for 6 months. You don't know.
Or if it's a woman or a guy, you don't know who.
No, it's only men. It's only men. There is a woman waiting to give a free blowjob on the other side of that hole.
I was gonna say it's definitely a gay guy.
There is
for sure.
absolutely no way. I now have a window into seeing what men are capable of. And again, I hate to trash all men, because I know not every man. I think most men have a stage in their life where they'll do anything to get off, and they don't really think about or label it. They'll just do it.
All of these things. That's why I hesitate. That's why I'm good watching Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Like after everything.
Eyes.
She's using Big Blue while she's watching Mission Impossible. Okay, that's a good.
Whatever.
I don't know. It's Tom Cruise. I mean,
Lord.
Yeah,
Wait.
he's problematic too. But
Yeah.
again, you don't have to. You're not taking him home, so it doesn't matter. My pecker picker's a little broken. The problem isn't the guys; it's me. I married someone that was married twice before me. I was somebody's third wife. Third wife. Do you think I ever stopped to consider what a red flag that was? Third wife. I mean,
did you know that, Paul?
I didn't know that you were lucky number 3.
I was number 3. Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Do you think
every time he starts with me, I go, "Oh, you should have planned your third fucking divorce better, asshole."
Judy, you have all these funny dating stories that I'm like, I live vicariously through you when you come over to my mom's house and you'll just like,
oh my God,
cut it up at the table with us. And one that stood out to me was the guy that you met in AA.
Mm-hmm. That was the one with the dick pic.
The one who didn't have a car. I didn't have a car. Didn't you? What was it?
Seemed nice enough, and it was like the first person to ask me out like 6 months after I got separated, when I was like, well, nobody's ever gonna love me again, or whatever I was going with. Let me show him. No, I don't even know why I went. He asked me
just to get yourself out there. That's what it is.
Right.
Just experience.
He asked me out for coffee, and we were supposed to meet for coffee, and it was like 4:30 in the afternoon, and he calls me and he's like, "Hey, I made chicken marsala. Why don't you come over and have dinner?" And I was like, hadn't read that you don't let them make you come to the house. I read that afterwards, that's not a date. So I went to the house, and then he was like a fucking octopus. And I was like, before I even knew it, he had my shoes off and was like, "Oh, I knew you'd have pretty feet." And I'm like, what am I doing?
Oh, he was just grabbing at everything on you.
Everything. So then a week later or 2 weeks later, he's like, "Listen, I have free concert tickets. I know you really like music. Why don't we go?" So I had to drive to this venue. Well, something happened and I got real lightheaded. I don't know, if from the strobe lights or whatever.
Yeah, you were just
So-
like, maybe you had enough of it already. You're like,
yeah,
this is a sign from me.
dehydration, whatever. But I was like, I gotta go. I gotta leave. And then I was like, I'm afraid to drive. And he's like, well, I can't drive. And I was like, well, this is never gonna work. Because if there's anything in this life that I appreciate about being married, it was passenger princess status. That would put me out there again to be passenger princess. So yeah, that was my first and second date in my dating career. And then
do you see that guy back at like what is seeing him at AA? Are you like, hey, bye? Like
he's dead.
Wait, I'm sorry,
He's
what?
dead. Yeah.
What?
He's dead.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, he's dead.
Girl, what?
Did I miss that part of the story?
I don't remember
was a
that.
couple months ago, and we haven't really talked to each other. But yeah,
Oh wait, he just recently died.
yeah, like 3 months ago.
Oh my god.
Oh my
They found him dead in his
dude.
apartment. And
I'm sorry, the whiplash I just got
No,
from that
I'm out.
transition.
I'm out, Paul.
Oh my God. Judy, these stories are, oh my gosh. Barb's waiting at the bit now to go out on the market.
but Big Blue looks even better as a stepdad, doesn't he, Paul?
Yeah. I might get a pink one now too.
There you go.
Oh
Oh
my
my God.
gosh.
Oh my
my
God.
gosh. I am crying. Wait, to wrap that up, because I'm like, I feel like that's the way that we got to go out. That was,
Yeah.
I'm still shook over that. What would you after I need to collect myself. What would you like to see from my mom? Like as her bestie? Like
I really wanted to move out closer to you. I want her to
Aw.
live that California beach lifestyle that she's talked about and to be close to you again. I mean, I know you guys talk every day, but 3,000 miles is a big physical distance between you two. And, you know, you and your brother are all the men your mom needs. You know, she's good on her own. She really is. And I can see why you want her to have someone. Like she gets to choose what she wants to do every day. No man's going to be like, oh, you're on a film with the son again.
I know.
He is 32. Can't he take care of himself? Yeah. I mean, just anything. She doesn't need to. Her attention goes to what she wants it to go to. And then it is reciprocated back to her in the way she likes. So, you know, I mean, would I like us to be wild and fun and out dancing and let's go to Cancun for the weekend and maybe we could do South Beach and yeah, sure, I'd love to do that. Do I want to go to Spain and kiss a Spaniard? Yeah, but I'm like 30 years too old for them.
No, you're not. No, you're in your prime. You're in your prime right now.
Well,
You're
I
giving,
am in my prime.
you're
I
giving
do
the
believe
young
I am in my prime.
you're giving the young bitches a run for their money, let me tell you. Judy, I love you so much.
I love you too, Paulie.
I can't thank you enough for coming on. Like you are just your presence just makes me fucking laugh. Like I adore you so much. And I'm like that story. Anybody who listens to this is going to know why we love you so much and why you are like our family, because you are our family. That you're an amazing person. And I love that you're in my mom's life and our lives because you're the best.
Well, having known you since you were born, Paulie, I have to say you are an amazing guy too. You've known what your dreams were for a very long time, and watching you achieve your dreams piece by piece by piece, going to college, getting that communications background, you know, saying, I'm going to go to LA. I'm going to go to, I mean, when you were little, you used to say you were going to be a model. And then you topped out at what, like 5'7", 5'8". So modeling dreams had died. You're still gorgeous. You'd still make a great model, but just in sitting position.
That's how she knows. That's how you know.
I was just gonna say that's how you know the longevity of
our relationship.
Yes.
100%. That you know that. Like not many people know that, and the fact that you know that is everything.
Yeah,
Paul, you were into skincare before we were. I mean, really, you knew what you wanted and you knew how to take care of yourself. You've always just had such an incredible drive. And you're a great son, you're a great brother, you're a great friend. You know, you really are a good guy. And again, you were, like we talked about, breaking things, you know, breaking the generational curses. You are also doing that because you were one of the first men in your family to be able to, like you said, you stepped a little bit away from drinking. You find yourself much more focused, less full of anxiety. Everything's improving in your life. I mean, that's a big deal at your age to be able to do that. So I'm really proud of you too, buddy.
Oh my gosh. Thanks, Judi. I love you. You're going to make me cry so early in the morning over here. Thank you.
Can we talk about the merch before we hang up though, please?
Oh, yeah.
We'd love to know about the merch.
We need to make it happen. What do you reckon? I think we should start selling onesies.
I don't
had
think we'd get a date in this, but if I wanted to go out with a guy that was all handsy, that would come great.
If you're with the octopus,
padlock up here.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're with the octopus guy, this would have been You're like, sorry, I only have one zipper and it's all the way up here.
When you have big boobs, you can't really do a onesie because it kind of makes the area from your crotch to your nipples look like one area.
That's what we were saying when I was saying to my mom the one day, because it was like, I'm like, girl, you got to pick those bitches up and move them around because they were all over the place. I was like, what is happening over here?
Because I had a sports bra on.
Oh, yeah, the uniboob. The
uniboob. I love you, Judi. Thanks for coming
on.
I
love you guys.
Love
all right,
you.
love you.
Bye.
Thanks again. She's always been a star. I love Judi.
Yes, it was great conversation.
What do you feel like you're getting more do you feel like, I mean, how nice is it to have your best friend on the podcast showing up and talking what a catch you are? She's validating you. She's saying, girl, you're going to have to go through some shit maybe to find the one that you want. And maybe it's just good to just roll with it and just give it a shot and see. Like, I don't think she's out here really just trying to find Mr. Right. I think she's just honestly dating and having fun and she's just doing her thing. And I feel like that's kind of what we're trying to do for you.
I am not trying to find a love of my life.
No, you're not. But she already said it's the two of us, me and Brett. But
that's right.
I think it's great to see somebody who you've known and who you've grown up with, who has gone on a similar journey to you, that you can see that and say, oh, okay, like she's doing it. I can do it.
Yeah.
And she's not doing it for any outcome. I think she's just doing it genuinely because she's like,
whenever she wants to.
Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Is it it's she's taken the power of going out and just saying, today I'm bored. Maybe I just want to go out on a date and talk to somebody and do that. And that's
her terms.
Exactly.
It sounds like a shit show out there, to be honest.
It does sound like a shit show. Like, I really...
So, again, I don't know what the audience is hoping for, but there could be...
like no payoff to this. We're like, this is it. People are invested. Barb's gonna find the love of her life. We're like, actually, we're gonna. Yeah, she actually said she's good here.
We'll try. We'll go on the journey and see how far it takes us.
Well, if that's not a horror story,
oh jeez,
that leads me into our next segment of the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast, which is Run It Back segment. So. Barb literally grabbed the buzzer already. She's quick with it.
Look, I'm starting to get all antsy.
So I wanted to, I love that I have the power to, like, you really don't know what I'm going to come, like, I'm a vault, like, you really don't know what is going to come out of my mouth. So I want to run it back to a time.
To the easier times.
I don't know if it was easier, but I want to run it back to a time where I think I caught a friend of mine kissing my dad when
the
fact that you can laugh about that just really shows that she does not give a fuck. I truthfully think that there was a time, and I feel like we didn't talk about this, but I think a friend of mine kissed my dad while you were married to him.
I don't know if they kissed. I feel like there was going to be a moment and you came out and wrecked the moment. And if you didn't, maybe, right? Because didn't you walk out there and you felt like a weirdness or something?
Yeah, like I should have.
So I think you interrupted something that two people who probably had too much to drink and was in a moment.
And blurred lines.
On both sides. And you walked out and
people are probably like, what the fuck are you two talking about right now? So let me break it down for you really quick. The fact that you remember,
we threw that out there, and then
the fact that you remember this story, I actually was thinking.
Of course, I remember the story.
I was thinking the other day that it just goes to show that I didn't care about this like marriage that I knew was non-existent. Like to me, I was like, well, my parents are kind of like living under one roof, but they're not really together. So I'm like, I don't even talk to him. But that should have been like a big moment. But I was like, I don't think this person could do it. But then I had to think if she was drinking the way that I know she could throw it down, maybe. So what happened was,
But then I also was like, she really loved me and respected me. So I gave her that grace also. I think I gave her that grace.
you gave her a man. You gave her a layup of a hookup. You said, okay, here you go, girl. You can have it if you want it. I don't want it. So while my mom was working away at her overnight shift, putting in work, holding it down, 3 of my friends, one of them I will openly admit to who was with me with this because she's my best friend and I love her to death, Tara Craig. And we went out
Shout
to
out.
we love Tara. We went out to this party and it was like we were all in college and it was like a college party. We're probably freshly out of high school because I was still living at home. And it was me, Tara, and 2 other friends. And, you know, our place always was like the safe haven after like a night out or something. Like you always definitely set the tone of like, I want everyone to feel safe and if they need somewhere to sleep, they can always like sleep at our house, God forbid.
And then I would
So
make you breakfast.
yeah.
I would make you smoothies the next morning to get you all good.
So we went out and we got home. And this was one of the times that I hate it when you work night shift because our dad would be there. And I hate it when you weren't there in the house because it just felt weird just to have him there overnight, especially. So he was up when we got back. And I remember I was like putting the girls to sleep and, you know, setting them up. I think Brett wasn't even there. So one of them slept in Brett's room. And then, you know, I got one of them comfortable in my room. And I went downstairs because I'm like, I can't find the other girl. Where's she at in here? I can't find her. I'm going around the house finding her. She's nowhere to be found. And I don't see him. And I go, are they outside? So I go on and I flick that little light switch that was by the back door. I peek my head out. And what do I see? I see his face looking at me and her back to me. And she turns and is like, and her hair was disheveled. There was like a shirt, like her shirt was off the shoulder. And I was like, you should come inside. Like, let's call it a night. Like, let's wrap it up. Something just never really and she kind of teetered out there for a little bit. And I immediately ran upstairs and I went to Tara and I said, girl, oh my gosh, I think
I
XY
remember.
I think XYZ was just outside kissing my dad. And she's like, get the fuck out. And I'm like, I'm telling you, I felt the same way, but I don't know. And we never really talked about it. And it's always lived in my head where I really didn't care enough to get to the final clarity and confirmation of it. But I put her ass to bed because I felt like it was definitely time. But I think talking about guilty conscience and telling my mom everything. Speaking of all of this, bringing it back full circle,
Right.
I called you. I think I told you as soon as you got home that something was weird, and I just didn't like it. Whether it was too comfortable with each other or too relaxed, it was inappropriate, and it bothered me.
Yes.
I did not like it.
No, made you feel very uncomfortable.
So I have lived now for all these years with the questioning of, did my friend kiss my dad while he was married to my mom? In my gut, I think something happened. Whether it was something did happen, I know that. I don't think it was an actual kiss, but it was a very close, like, we're gonna embrace each other type shit.
Yes. Yes, I probably agree with that. I don't know. Because he's just not that like guy. He's more awkward and that way. So I think it was
not you downplaying somebody that you're with. He's awkward and he doesn't have game. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Wow,
yeah.
You really had a lot of confidence in that one. That's a love to see you on the other side.
Well, here we are. I no confidence, don't have game. Like,
so you picked someone else equal.
No, I'm saying because we were with each other at 15. Like,
so he doesn't know how to game.
Yeah. Like, where's he have a game from? Yeah.
I just love that we can actively laugh on the act of possibly you being cheated on. Technically on paper, we're laughing about it. Like if that were the case, you like really didn't even bat an eye about it. You were like, okay, like that's how, if that's not checked out in your marriage, I don't know what is. Hello.
Yeah, I don't think I really got mad at it, did I?
I mean, I think she like hung out. I think I continued to still hang out with her at that point.
Yeah.
Clearly she did not phase us or affect us. Like that's how much we were like
Here's
giving
the
her
thing.
grace.
Probably the next morning to both of them, it was probably a blur. They probably don't even remember.
Don't justify it.
No, I'm saying we remember it because
Oh,
we had
yeah.
clarity.
I don't think they
don't.
I wonder if they even
No.
would know that happened or that
No.
that was a possibility.
Right. We do because we had clarity.
Girl, I saw that shit. And I'm just saying, when you open up a door and you startle people and you know that look of
And you still
That
and you did. You came to me like very,
I was like, Mom, I think
Mom, I have something to tell you. I don't
Yeah.
even know. Yeah. So I appreciated that. See,
Eh.
you were looking out for me. You would come
I
and
did.
tell me.
Well, we're in this together. I'm
We
proud
are.
of you for just wanting to grow, evolve. Your son's proud of you.
Thank you. I always want my sons to be proud of me.
We always are. We always are. And I'm proud of our loyal listeners, our loyal audience that's locked in. I was just thinking last night before I went to bed, I was like, we're like talking to people that are listening, and I appreciate that. Like, and anybody who is listening on this podcast shows up in any form and is supporting means so much. It's like nice to know that we're not just ranting to ourselves, that there's actually somebody who's listening. So thank you. I see you. I appreciate you. I feel the love.
Yes, so do
And,
I.
and I need to make sure that we let new listeners who are hopping on here, maybe this is their first episode, please keep on supporting the Hold On, I'm Calling My Mom podcast by following us on Instagram, TikTok, follow us on Facebook. If you have a suggestion, you want to chime in on the conversation, please email us at holdonI'mcallingmymomPodcast@gmail.com. Make sure you're locked in on Apple or Spotify. Leave a review, give us a rating. Tell us how much you love Barb more than me, and she's a superstar. It's okay. I can take it. And I just want to say thank you again. And it gets me giddy to know that I'm getting my mom out of her comfort zone each and every episode. So maybe other people
I'm
don't
glad you're laughing.
No, it's not a laugh. It's I'm excited because I'm like,
I know.
wow, she's doing this and she feels
I
really
know.
enough to do it. So love you,
Thank
Mom.
you. Love you.
Thanks,
All right.
everybody. We'll see you next week.
All right. It's that time. I'm hanging up now. Bye.
Call you later. Love you.
Call you later. I love you.